Hello, good morning, students. We are discussing measures to correct adverse balance of payment or measures to correct disequilibrium in the balance of payment. In the last lecture, we discussed deflation and we are discussing devaluation. What is devaluation? Deliberate and official reduction in the external value of currency in respect to the all the currencies or the selected currencies or in terms of dollar. Devaluation is a very good measure, very effective measure to correct adverse balance of payment because it encourages exports on the one hand, it discourages imports on the other hand. So it is very useful matter. It is very effective measures to correct adverse balance. But for the success of devaluation measures, there are some conditions. There are some essential conditions for the success of devaluation measure. And in the last lecture, we discussed elasticity of demand for exports and import. कब success होगा devaluation measure? When demand for our exports in the foreign countries as well as demand for imports in the country should be more elastic, fairly elastic. If our exports and imports are less elastic, the devaluation measure will not be successful. On the contrary, the condition ज़्यादा खराब हो जाएगी. This first condition we have already discussed. Now second, absence of counter devaluation measures. Efficacy of devaluation measures depend on the absence of devaluation measures by the other countries. If a country devalues its currency by 10% and neighbor country also devalues its currency by the same proportion or more than that or greater proportion, the devaluation measure will not be successful. Suppose India ने अपनी currency को 10% devaluate किया है, चाइना, पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश और अदर कंट्रीज, कंपिटिटिव कंट्रीज, वो भी अपनी करेंसी को 10% डिवेल्यूट करे और उससे ज्यादा परसेंट डिवेल्यूट करे तो इंडिया विल नॉट गेट एनी बेनिफिट. Competitive devaluation will not beneficial to any country. Rather, it creates the atmosphere of uncertainty in the international trade and it reduces the volume of international trade, which happened in 1930s. Okay, during the Great Depression, most of the countries, European countries, entered into competitive devaluation और competitive devaluation किसी भी country के लिए beneficial नहीं होगा. Second, constant cost price structure. The price and cost structure should be constant for the success of devaluation measure. हमने अभी देखा कि devaluation measure exports को it generally results in increasing our export because our exports price tend to fall during devaluation. डिवेल्यूशन से हमारा एक्सपोर्ट का प्राइस, हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स के जो प्राइस है वो इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में कम हो जाएंगे. सो इट विल एनहांस देयर कॉम्पिटिटिव स्ट्रेंथ इन इंटरनेशनल मार्केट. मगर वो कब पॉसिबल होगा? व्हेन आवर प्राइस एंड कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर रिमेन कांस्टेंट ड्यू टू price of increase in price of raw material or increase in labor, wages of labor or any other reasons. Interest rate अगर change हो जाए, अगर price increase होंगे तो the devaluation measures, the advantages of devaluation will be nullified. Okay, so for the success of devaluation measure, the cost structure, cost of production, cost structure, price structure should remain constant. Then only devaluation measure will be successful. Extent of import content in export. Here very important points should be noted. The main purpose of devaluation measure is to encourage our exports. Exports के price कम होंगे, imports के price बढ़ेंगे. But in developing countries like India, for the production of the goods, हम लोग जिसकी एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं उसका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए, उसके प्रोडक्शन के लिए अगर हम इंपोर्ट कंटेंट यूज करते होंगे तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. अगर raw materials, components, if they are used to produce the exported products, the disadvantage will not be, we are not able to get advantages of devaluation measure. Suppose कि X product है, उसकी price आफ्टर डिवेल्यूशन $10 से $8 हो गई थी. But for the production of this X product, we are importing, क्योंकि डिवेल्यूएशन से सिर्फ एक्सपोर्ट्स के प्राइस कम होंगे, इंपोर्ट के प्राइस तो इंक्रीज हो जाएंगे. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो दिस विल नॉट गेट, द एक्स प्रोडक्ट विल नॉट बी चीपर इन इंटरनेशनल मार्केट. बेस्ट एग्जांपल है डायमंड इंडस्ट्री. डायमंड इंडस्ट्री में क्या है, वी आर इंपोर्टिंग डायमंड फ्रॉम अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज लाइक जिम्बाब्वे, and we are exporting diamond and diamond jewelries to US and European countries. Okay, डायमंड इंडस्ट्री में डिवेल्यूएशन के बाद मान लीजिए कि हमारा एक्सपोर्ट्स का प्राइस कम हो जाए, मगर हमारे इंपोर्ट के प्राइस तो बढ़ जाएंगे. गेटिंग मैम? बिकॉज डायमंड इंडस्ट्रीज में वी आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग, वी आर जस्ट वैल्यू एडिशन करते हम लोग. वी आर इंपोर्टिंग रफ डायमंड, कटिंग पॉलिश इन ज्वेलरी मेकिंग के बाद वी आर एक्सपोर्टिंग. So, if import content is used to produce exported products, this measure will not be successful up to that extent. Availability of exportable surplus. For the success of devaluation measure, our exportable surplus should be available in adequate quantity as well as with good quality. Okay. This is also the problem of developing countries like India. Okay? Exportable surplus होना चाहिए, and this supply of this exportable surplus should be more elastic. वो इलास्टिक होना चाहिए, जैसे नीड हो वैसे उसका सप्लाई हम लोग इंक्रीज कर सकते होंगे, तभी वो पॉसिबल है. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ, सो इफ एक्सपोर्टेबल surplus is not available in adequate quantity and reasonable price with better quality, this devaluation measure will not be successful. Level of money incomes in the foreign country. Here very important points should be noted, that generally our exports is not price elastic, but it is generally income elastic. हमारे जो एक्सपोर्ट है वो प्राइस इलास्टिक नहीं है, वो इनकम इलास्टिक है. जनरली इट इज जनरली सीन दैट प्राइस, आवर एक्सपोर्ट प्राइस, दैट for the success of devaluation measure, money income of the foreign people of foreign countries should be increased, or it should be remain stable. Otherwise this measure will not be successful. इंडिया में लोग ज्यादा प्राइस कॉन्शियस है, मगर फॉरेन कंट्रीज में ऐसा नहीं है. यहाँ फॉरेन कंट्रीज में प्राइस कॉन्शियस नहीं. सो आवर एक्सपोर्ट जनरली इनकम इलास्टिक. सपोज इंडिया devalues its currency by 15%. So prices, suppose कि prices of our exported products falls in the international market by 15 to 20%. बट हम लोग यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में उसका एक्सपोर्ट करें. सपोज कि यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में रिसेशन स्टार्ट हो गया, डिप्रेशन है, और वहां के लोगों की मनी इनकम कम हो गई, तो आर एक्सपोर्ट्स मेजर विल नॉट बी सक्सेसफुल. डायमंड इंडस्ट्रीज के साथ यही हुआ. यहाँ फिर से एग्जांपल लेना पड़ेगा डायमंड इंडस्ट्री के साथ. डायमंड इंडस्ट्रीज में रिसेशन का रीजन था रिसेशन इन द फॉरेन कंट्रीज. ओके, गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो लेवल ऑफ मनी इनकम इन द फॉरेन कंट्री. नेक्स्ट, इन्फ्लेशन. Devaluation generally breeds inflation. Why? Because prices of imported items increase, and due to fall in prices of our domestic products, export increase. जितना export बढ़ेगा उतना scarcity of these goods and services will arise in the domestic country. So inflation generally increase after devaluation. And we have already discussed that inflation is responsible for creating disequilibrium in the balance of payment. On the one hand, inflation reduces our exports by increasing their prices in international market, and inflation increases or enhances our imports by uh, increasing money income of the people, or uh, relatively cheaper prices of imported items. So inflation, जितना अगर इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल में नहीं है तो डिवैल्यूएशन मेजर विल नॉट बी सक्सेसफुल. I'm repeating. First and the most important is elasticity of demand for export and imports. Sorry. For the success of devaluation measure, our prices, demand for our exports and import should be more elastic. If our demand for our exports and import is less elastic, devaluation measure will not be successful. Second, there must be absence of counter devaluation, because competitive devaluation will not help any country. It will not beneficial to any country. Rather, it will reduce the volume of international trade, and it creates the atmosphere of uncertainty in international trade. Next, the success of devaluation measure, cost cost structure should remain constant within the country. Next, if a significant proportion of import content is used to produce exported products, the devaluation measure will not be successful. Availability of exportable surplus. For the success of devaluation measure, exportable surplus should be available in adequate quantity with better quality and reasonable prices. Next, for the success of devaluation measure, money income of the people of the foreign country should be increased. अगर increase नहीं हो तो constant stable होना चाहिए. Therefore, otherwise devaluation measure will not be successful. Inflation should be under control. Then devaluation measure will be successful. So these are the condition. Devaluation measure is a very effective measure to control adverse balance of payment, to create correct disequilibrium in balance of payment. But this measure will depend on these conditions. Okay, I think the concept is clear to you. आज के लिए इतना रहेगा. Thank you very much.